Hello everyone, I'm here today to talk about my results for my final project for Introduction to Computer Vision on Activity Classification. In this project, I had to correctly classify 6 different activities. These were boxing, hand clapping, hand waving, jogging, running, and walking. To do this, I took a video of the activity, I subtracted out the background, and opened the foreground, and then I used the areas that moved to create a motion history image. If you look at the images below, these are motion history images. And what you're seeing is areas in white show more recent activities, whereas areas in gray show things that happened a longer time ago. The areas in black are things that haven't changed at all. So from these motion history images, I then created hue moments, which made us scale independent. And I also and I use these hue moments to classify my data set. So I put these into a support vector machine, which is a type of discriminative classification or classifier, and then I use this classifier to classify activities in other sets of videos. So here's an example of me correctly identifying the activity. So I took in a video and I attempted to real-time identify what was happening. So as you can see, I was able to do this for all of these points in time. There's also points in time when I falsely identified the objects. And as you can see, I always falsely identified as walking. And we're going to talk a little bit more why in the next slide. So here are my results. What happened here is at the very beginning, so when I looked at the beginning of an activity happening, I was able to have, I had really good accuracy. And this is because this is how I trained my classifier. I knew when the activity started, and I trained it from that point. So at times when I wasn't at the start, say I was looking at frames that were the middle of the activity towards the end, my classifier broke down, and as you can see, this all defaulted to walking, which is the last classifier came in. None of the hue moments were close to any of the other classifiers, so this is where they all defaulted. So even the accuracy over the other frames, it's 17.1%, but you can see 100% on walking, and I'm pretty sure those just defaulted to the walking value and made my results look a little bit better. That's not saying this is for nothing. It's still very impressive that I was able to classify the activity at all at any point in time. My classifier has some work still to go in order to meet state of the art classifiers that are being shown today. But I think this was a great first start, and I learned a lot about how hue moments work, how motion history images work, and how it's possible to classify a type of activity. Thank you, and I hope you learned something today.